Hello there. So good to have you here on this collective reading, this channel. Let's dive deep into what is the message for today. And I would also like to tell you this may or may not resonate 100% with everyone. Cute energy, chatty, conversational. You've had some mystical experiences in the past and you like to believe them more now after inner work. Okay, great. Someone talks bad about you, trying to tarnish your image. You have a special energy where you are happy for everyone. Interesting. You are here to do your thing, but you all fit the big picture. You are here to do your thing, which means everybody who's in this collective reading, this is like a special message. You are here to do your own thing, whatever you like, but then eventually everybody is going to fit the big picture. This is what's written over here. Okay. I mean, they could have just seen some of your posts online, or they could have just received that type of vibration from you, that energy from you, that you are the type of person with whom they can play this game. Usually the narcissistic people do not go after those who have very strong boundaries, because anyone who has strong boundaries, you cannot get into their energy zone, you cannot take their energy. In this collective reading, I can pick up strong energy of addiction pattern. It could be possible that the one you love, like your person, probably has some kind of addiction pattern. It could be alcohol, it could be gaming, it could be drugs, being with more people while they're in relationship with one person. It could be gambling, it could be anything, okay? If you resonate with it, then it's not a coincidence that you're here, because I can sense that you are also reflecting 8 of Cups energy, which means that you're walking away from this unfulfilling relationship pattern, unfulfilling person. As I picked some card in the very beginning, I was told that you have a cute energy, and this person knows that you have a cute energy. You're a cute person overall, like you're a nice person, and you are chatty, conversational, you're happy-go-lucky. But because of this relationship, you've actually become sad and low on confidence. This relationship or this addiction pattern is making you feel unworthy of love, because your person keeps making commitments or keeps making promises, or it could be a relationship which is already over but you still carry the baggage of it. So for some people this could be ongoing, and for some people it could be a thing of the past, but it still has very intense energy around you. But you want to walk away from this type of relationship pattern. You feel that it brings you pain because this person makes you feel that you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough for them to actually quit this addiction pattern. They keep making promises maybe. Or it could be possible that this addiction pattern, say gaming or alcohol or drugs, it keeps coming in your happy relationship. Like you guys are happy, you're doing great, but this addiction pops in and then so many days are gone. And this person keeps saying that they will quit it, they will leave it, but they don't. In some cases, it could be possible that they do a runner-chaser dynamic even with the addiction pattern, which means that for some time they are sober, they are good, everything is nice. I mean, it feels like a beautiful space that you're into, and you're happy, they're happy, but then one fine day they're back into it, and again couple of months go away, then again there are fights, arguments, negativity, a lot of those things, drama. And you go through those phases even with them, because when they are not doing any drugs or alcohol or any other addiction, they are really nice, they're understanding, they're patient, they're calm. But as soon as they get into their addiction, it's like another different person altogether. There is always uncertainty about the future, there's always anxiety about the future, and you as a person feel that though you have a lot of empathy, Also for this person, you feel for this person, you feel bad that they have this type of addiction, or they're not able to get out of it, or they keep going back, because they also have their backstory. But you feel that despite all the empathy and compassion, there are a lot of other things which are impacting your life, your energy. So many things are getting affected around you. Now, being in relationship with an addict is not at all easy. I am being shown that you have had a lot of trouble dealing with them. You felt like stuck, because I've picked up reverse 6 of swords. You felt like really stuck with this person, very restricted. You feel like you have no place to go to. You don't have any place that you can stand on. This person doesn't take a stand for you as well. So you have developed a lot of anger and resentment, because the repeated cycles of addictions, especially that cause financial strain, or you feel emotionally neglected, because they are just doing their own thing, just so wrapped up in their addiction patterns, they don't get out of it. It harms your relationship with this person. You definitely want to overcome the situation. You want to get into healing, get some relief. You want to get some stability in your life, because you genuinely want this problem to settle down, but it keeps coming back. It keeps coming back, and it seems like there is some unfinished business with this person. And I think I can intuitively pick onto it, and by the end of this session I will try to give you more clarity, so that you can also work on yourself and heal it if this situation is ongoing. Or I think in some cases it could be possible that every time you get into a relationship, it starts very beautifully, but you find out there is some kind of addiction pattern. Like each relationship shows you something which is an addiction that the other person has, and you're not able to understand why are you always attracting addicts, some or the other kind of addict. It can be anything, but you're tired of attracting such relationships. You're tired of being with such people. They drain you, you feel. So it could be one relationship, it could be multiple relationships, it could be a relationship in the past which you still are extremely attached with, okay, or it could be something which is on and off, going on and then ending, and you don't know whether it's really ended or it's not ended, because it feels like it has ended, but again something happens and it's all over the place again. I feel the energy of frustration and helplessness. This frustration and helpless energy is not only coming from you, but it's also coming from the person who's the addict here. That person also feels frustrated and helpless, and it could be possible that they themselves don't know why they keep falling into the trap of addiction pattern. They don't know that. I can pick on to parent energy, a mother or a father energy around you also. It could be possible that either their parents are addicts or your parents. Even in your family tree, I can pick on to the energy of an addict, which is why you have so much compassion, you have so much understanding and acceptance for this person, because you've probably either lived with an addict or more than one addict. You've seen them, you've lived with them, you have some kind of soft corner for them. It could be possible that you're attracting these people with addiction patterns because of that also. Of course, this will require inner work, this will require therapy or counseling. You need to heal yourself as well, because there are certain cords that you are connected to even at the moment. If I pick onto the energy, I feel that you also go to almost the end point. You're carrying some kind of burden. You feel like you're carrying a responsibility. Could be coming from your childhood. Maybe one of your parents was an addict. Maybe both were addicts. Maybe some uncle or auntie in the house was an addict. And you would see that everybody is taking care of them. Because mostly people who are in addiction patterns do get taken care of. In some way they do get taken care of, by others. Otherwise, people cannot be in addiction pattern for that long. Either their partners, like maybe you saw your mother or your father, whosoever was an addict, the opposite person, the other person was always by their side, always taking care of them. Or they had parents could be your grandparents or somebody else, siblings who were always supporting them, defending them, giving them money. Something was there, that they got support to be in the addiction pattern, but they could not let go of the addiction. Even addiction happens when people have this inside feeling that they are not loved. The lack of love, or some kind of injustice, or it could be even too much love also. When parents over pamper their children, they never say a word to them, then also they get addicted. Sometimes it could be via gifts, or sometimes it could be just the style of upbringing. Now these are some things that we can only find out in the therapy sessions, because in therapies we go like really deep into it. On your own also, you guys can practice the solar plexus mantra, the solar plexus healing, which is your confidence, which is your third chakra from bottom, the Manipur chakra, the solar plexus chakra. This chakra is really powerful chakra. It can heal. The mantra, the chant can heal so many problems. You just have to do it regularly. If in case you want to work on your own, you can do that also. So I do sense that whosoever's energy I'm channeling, you're taking like a lot of burden, lot of responsibility. Your life is not easy probably because of these responsibilities. Things are tough. But you always hope and wish that this is a temporary phase. This phase will go. And in some cases, because of your own positive energy and on your own karma also, you are able to, heal that energy. But here in this reading, I'm being shown that it keeps coming back. Okay, so that's why the level of frustration and helplessness has increased. If it's not coming back in the same person, then maybe the person is changed, a new person has come into your life and they are doing the same things. You feel very betrayed right now. You feel you cannot trust anyone. There is some kind of secrecy. There are broken promises. There is also that feeling that the relationship is not valued. You are not valued. You are not being shown the respect and the love that you deserve. I can pick on fire signs. Fire sign is being shown to me a lot, but air signs are also there today. Yes, there's a majority of air signs and fire signs. If I say water, then that will like literally be all 3 out of 4 signs, but majority of the cards show me actually air. Yeah, air, and number 2 is fire. So you guys can just let me know, whosoever resonates with the signs. And I feel also there is a lot of sadness and loneliness. I can pick on to that energy. And I can also pick on to the energy of anxiety and fear, because you are also worried about other things like health. Maybe if not health, then there is some kind of fear you have. Okay, that fear energy is in the collective. And even the negativity or demonic entities, they also are present where there is fear energy. If there is no fear, then they cannot really operate. But definitely fear is there, which leads to sadness, which leads to a bundle of other problems which come and go. I think in this reading I can sense that there are phases of calm and composed energy, and then there are these phases where there's a lot of drama and negativity. But I do pick that you're really tired of it, because each time you have that negative phase coming in, it really bothers you. It really bothers you. You cannot sleep, you cannot eat properly, you feel a lot of stress, and you don't want this stress anymore. There is some kind of inner turmoil that you're going through because of this addiction pattern that you have to face. You are not seeing that type of addiction pattern in you. You don't see it in you. But if you're really advanced student, and if you have moved on from that person and you spend a good amount of time without that person, you've been in hermit phase, it could be possible that they've apologized to you, they've said sorry to you, but still you decided to be on your own, you wanted to do your inner work. Then maybe you could be seeing some patterns in you and your family tree which you're working on at the moment. Maybe you need more hand holding for it, but I sense that there are some deep-seated fears, some kind of worries that need to be released. This person around you, they have a very pessimistic energy also. Like when they are low, they just have no hope. They feel that they cannot move on. There are lots of personal setbacks, and then those setbacks affect you. Even if you're a good counselor, even if you're a good healer, because some of us may not be professionally healing other people or working with other people, but we could be good in counseling. But you are counseling this person to no end. You're just trying so hard to fix the situation. You go on doing your duties, you're trying to live your life. For those who have gone through multiple runner chaser dynamic cycles, you feel that every time there's a phase of punishment and silent treatment, you're actually flourishing a lot, because you go out, you do your things, you heal yourself, you meet people, you're just happy, you are more connected with your inner work and with your mission. But every time you're back and forth, or you go back and this person is also saying sorry to you, I sense a lot of emotions also which is attached to this person. Maybe they also want to be with you, but they just have this energy of regret and failure. Like when a person feels like a failure even before they've started, say they start wanting to shift, okay, and they do it for 5 days, 6 days a week, but inside their head they know that they'll fail, they know that they have regret, they know that there is energy of disappointment, then they will not even try that much. I have studied lives of some very famous and successful people, very wealthy people, who actually died because of addiction patterns. Like they had the money, they had the looks, they had people going crazy for them. So this is definitely not always about money or looks or love. Like they had no dearth of admirers, but still there is addiction pattern. Still they cannot quit their addiction. It could be alcohol, it could be smoking, it can be just about anything under the sun, sometimes eating a lot of food. There are many other forms of addictions also, but I think best is to discuss them in therapy sessions or personal sessions. Otherwise this channeling will become really long. Guilt, self-blame, embarrassment, shame, all these lower energies which are very low on the consciousness map. Guilt is on number 30, shame is on number 20, apathy number 50, fear 100, anger because of all this, because you're not letting it go, or the person is not letting it go, there's anger 150. So these are all hell dimension or purgatory feelings, which are basically portraying a very low ego self. Very low ego self. There is always a victim abuser consciousness. So sometimes this person could have even blamed you. They could have blamed you for their problems. They could have said, hey, I have all these problems in my life, I'm not able to get out of addiction, or I'm stuck because of you, because of your energy, because of your presence, and that may have hurt you a lot. So there is this victim abuser, and it can be role reversal. One of the days they can be the victim, and one of the days they can make you look like the victim. So when they have this split, it's even more confusing, because they are sorry on those days, they're apologizing to you, they understand your pain, then they say, I want to make up for it, how do I fix it? So now I'm going to talk about the energy that I picked on from your side, which is probably of someone around you who had some kind of addiction pattern. Maybe alcohol, maybe drugs, maybe even bad company, bringing bad people in the house, wrong people in the house, having too many parties. There are some ladies, even women for that matter. I personally know some women, they have really bad habit of going to kitty parties, or they are gambling a lot, they're playing cards all the time. They cannot let it go. And every time they're playing cards, they're discussing some kind of negative talks, or there are other ladies of the similar nature. So now there are so many of them doing the same things over and over again, backbiting about their husbands and in-laws and family members, and this is bad or that is bad, but not looking at themselves. And then they would even justify their addiction pattern by saying that, I need to be happy. I also need to be happy. Everybody is happy. Everybody is doing their thing. I want to be happy, which is why I'm into these addictions, because these addictions make me happy. For some time, I can forget my pain. For some time, I can forget about my sad life or my sad relationships. So then they also justify. It could be true. It could be true for some time. These addiction patterns can help a person. But if it is really long going, then addiction itself is a problem. And then all the other things are there any which way. So you could be attracting addicts in your life because one of your parents one of your parent or both were into addiction, and there is this energy around you, because that energy has always been around you. You can work with me one-on-one to release this type of issue. And this could have even led to a brand new problem, that due to the fear of attracting addicts or these type of relationship patterns which are very addictive, in some cases even the relationship can be addictive. And then there is a lot of chasing, and there is a lot of running, chasing, and initially there can be love bombing and a lot of attraction going on. But once the attraction is over, only the physical intimacy is left, and then it doesn't feel so nice. And you could have attracted a person who loves you a lot, but they may be going here and there, they may be going astray, they could be sleeping around and then lying, then cheating on you and then justifying it. All those kind of things I can sense, but this is definitely coming from even your energy. These people, these addicts are mirroring some kind of addiction in your reality also, and that is the thing that you need to release. So the positive cards that came here, I would like to talk about those also. I'm being shown the victory card. It's telling me that if you put your mind into it, if you put your heart, mind and soul into it, you can definitely either find people who can help you with it, or you can somehow get out of this addiction energy and attract a much better life for yourself. But you need to actually show a lot of strength, lot of inner strength, lot of courage has to be shown, so that you can actually tame this animal, this wild animal. Okay, this lady with the infinity on her crown, she is able to pet such a ferocious animal. Look at her dress, she's wearing white. This can be your energy. You can be victorious if you put your heart and mind into it. Some of you could be working on how to master your fears and anxieties, how to be courageous and how to be daring. You feel that you got the skills, you can do it, you feel that you can do it, but sometimes you get trapped because of old fears, anxieties, and what paralyzes you is low self-esteem energy, or maybe some incident. Because I'll tell you how this whole thing works to make it simpler for you. This is like your subconscious mind, okay, and there are so many layers on top of it. Like the onion, you have so many layers, layer upon layer upon layer upon layer upon layer, and on top of that is your conscious reality. If you look at it from the outside perspective, it would look like the conscious mind is doing everything, but actually it is the subconscious mind, and a lot of these memories are actually hidden inside. So when you do inner work, when you do therapy, what happens is that you first release one layer and you're fine for some time, then in some other layer, some other memory is hidden. There are so many memories. These negative memories, they keep on creating more experiences, which is why some of you people keep attracting different people, like they have different problems and different issues, but you're like the magnet. Or even in professional world, some of you are trying to heal yourself, you're working on yourself, but you keep attracting, if not the boss, then the employee could be like that. If not the employee or the boss, then something else like around you can be really troublesome, trouble creating, because that energy is actually formed many layers. So maybe there's a primary memory, and with that primary memory in childhood or adolescence, it has formed like a cluster of memories, so there is one and then 2-3 more attached with it, and you need to find out those memories, you need to locate those memories, and you need to release those memories. And you need to, if not the memories, because the memories would stay, the situation would stay, whatever has happened, but the intensity or the emotion inside it, that emotion will go away. Like for example, you remember a scene from your childhood which is very painful scene, okay. In inner work or in therapy, how we heal this is that we look for that memory and we try to release all of the negativity attached with it. Then you can think about the same thing, but you will not feel the same way. And if you don't feel the same way, it's all about feelings. How you feel, that's how you attract. Whatever you feel, you're going to attract that. So if you don't feel anything, you've forgiven, you've moved on, you say, yeah, it's just a part of life, this happens to a lot of people, yeah, all right, then that means you have shifted from that energy. And such people can either show other people the right path, they can help other people get out of their addiction patterns. I mean, I know people who told me initially that they're attracting the partner who's an addict, but later on when the partner was gone away and they were in their hermit phase, they found out they also had some addictions. And it could be mental addiction patterns also, it could be like thinking in a certain way, behaving in a certain way, and they were getting it from their parents, one of their parents, because they just picked up from them, somehow watching them over and over again. And then there is your own personality. So your own personality is wading through somehow, and in some situation you start acting like your mother, or in some situation you start acting like your father. Awareness is very much important, and meditation, inner work, which is why you all are here, is very, very important. Now let me tell you that other person also loves you. Whosoever we are talking about today, whose energy I've picked on, I am talking about people, those who actually planned or saw a future with you. I mean, they genuinely wanted to be with you, they genuinely loved you, they still love you if you're with them. And that love is the reason why you want to work through this, that love is the reason why you want to heal this. Because you loved your father, you loved your mother, you still love them, right? You love the parents so much, the child loved the parents so much, but the child should also be very much aware of their negativity, of their negative patterns. So Page of Pentacles is being shown to me here, and the Page of Pentacles is trying to tell us that there will be good news. If you work in these areas, you will get success. This is a good card which sets kind of a foundation for future successes that are in progress. Maybe some of you did a lot of procrastination in the past, but now you want to learn from your failures. I do sense good opportunities can also manifest, and you can develop your skills, you can develop this relationship, you can heal this relationship, you can heal this relationship by healing you. Because I am picking onto the energy of a very courageous person. There could be all of these things, you feel hopeless, you feel powerless, there is shame, there is guilt, you feel lonely also at times, you feel betrayed, frustration level is there, but you're also upbeat, courageous, you're very determined. If you put your mind into something, you're going to fix it at any cost, and you want to see the end of your vision, of your life purpose. You don't want to be the person who just sits and sobs and cries and gives up. You're not the type of person who wants to give into the adversity. You have self-respect, you have confidence, you could be chatty and conversational, that could be a social habit. You could be like nice to people, you're talkative, but you're also an introverted personality, like you have the ability to be silent and go within. And in those moments of silence is when you find the inner wisdom. So confidence, independence is there. As I just said, you are a social butterfly and you're also an introvert. You're a combination of both. So you need your own time also. This could be possible that if you spend time to yourself, every time you're low, you're sad, just be with yourself, just do some meditation, sage your house, do some holy water sprinkling if you're from other parts of the world. Otherwise in India, we have the rivers, and some of our rivers are, we worship our rivers. So you can cleanse your house with holy water, spiritual, religious water. You can do your own cleansing also. Or you can just work with me also. You can get into counseling, you can get into inner work. All the details are given in the description box. If you want to connect with me for a reading or for therapy, then my suggestion is please check everything in the description box. And once you're 100% sure, then please write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com. If you're from India, then you need my details on mail, and you also need to convert. Whatever the fee is, you just have to go to Google and you have to convert for that day, and you have to book the session. If you're from any other part of the world, then PayPal works just fine. You can also become my Patreon and support my content every month that I share with you regularly. And you can get my book In the Name of Love, A Journey of Finding Your Ultimate Soulmate, only on Amazon Kindle. The link is given in the description box. I will see you in the next video. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.